For October, I wanted to watch a bad horror movie, so I went on IMDb's lowest rated movies list, and at number 2 was this horror movie called Manos, the Hands of Fate, which is actually Spanish for hands, so this is a great title. This movie was bad. Like, oh, duh. But my expectations were already low, and it completely shattered them. Our introduction is a car ride with the main characters, Mike, Debbie, and Margaret. The dialogue between these three is great.
The stream, merrily, 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 life is
down the stream.
And so is the dubbing, obviously.
Let's go back. They'll never think of looking for us at the house.
You know, you might have a point there.
You were almost a jibble sandwich.
I don't know where exactly, but these three are going on a vacation. On the way, they get stopped by the most impressionable cop ever.
No excuse. Running late, first vacation, kid getting tired. That's too bad. Well, can't you give us a break, officer? Well, all right, all right.
After getting lost, this dude Mike pulls up on this tweaker and starts asking him for directions.
But the child, I'm not sure the master would approve, or the dog. The master doesn't like children.
Any sane person would have realized I should not have my family around this guy. But instead, Mike shows why there were so many serial killers in the 70s.
Well, how about it, Torgo? Can we spend the night here?
Mike's a fucking idiot. Once inside, they hear a howling coming from the front of the house. So Mike goes out to investigate and lets his dog out like a dumbass. Yeah, they have a dog, I didn't mention that. The dog runs into the darkness and starts barking like crazy. So Mike, like a complete pussy, runs to go get his gun instead of just going to go help his dog. By the time Mike gets there, his dog is dead as hell. So like a complete weirdo, he grabs his dog's corpse and just walks into the darkness. Where are you going? Finally, Mike realizes what a shitty place he's in, so he tries to get the fuck out of there. But the car won't start cause ghosts. So while he's trying to fix the car, Margaret is in the house getting awkwardly sexually assaulted by the tweaker. What the fuck is this guy doing? Debbie realizes that both her parents ain't shit, so she just leaves by herself and eventually comes back with an adorable Doberman. Oh my god, look how cute it is. Mike, oh my god, Mike, what are you... Her parents ask her where she got the Doberman at, so Debbie leads her to where she found it. A ritual room with the master laying down on an altar and a bunch of women standing next to pillars. Mike is tired of all this bullshit going around, so he decides he's gonna hunt down Torgo, that's the tweaker's name, and get some answers. But Mike is sorry as hell, so he just gets knocked out and tied to a pole. While this is happening, the master, who kinda looks like Asmongold, finally wakes up from the altar. But don't worry, the cops are here to save the day. Just kidding, they're here to tell some people that they're not allowed to make out in the middle of nowhere. Now that the master's awake, he tells all his wives his plan. He's gonna kill Mike and Debbie and then take Margaret as his new wife. But one of his wives doesn't want to kill Debbie because she's a kid. So while the master's away, she starts a big wrestling match in the sand with all the other wives. Sandy. During the wrestling match, the master is off capturing Torgo to punish him for trying to spit game at Margaret earlier, and one of the wives is making out with Mike while he's unconscious and tied up. What is happening? Mustache comes back with Torgo and breaks up the fight. Then he puts Torgo on the altar and he gets massaged and then his hand blown off. And this is the last time we see Torgo, so I guess he died. Mike gets his cue to wake up and break out, so he goes to get his family and they run into the desert. But Mike and Margaret don't know how to walk, so you know they fall a bunch. And when Margaret twists her ankle, she comes up with the great idea that, hey, let's just go hide in the house. And you know, neither of them are smart, so Mike is like, oh, that's a great idea. What a dumbass. Oh, but look who's here to save them. It's the cops from Earth. Oh, they're leaving? Okay, never mind. The family enters the home thinking they're safe, but little do they know, I'm there waiting for them. We're shown two new characters lost and asking for directions from Mike, who has now become the new Torgo, while Margaret and Debbie have become wives of the master.
Lávate las manos.
Lávate las manos!
Lávate las manos.